Unseen for generations, a Dyad in the Force.
Konbanwa, minasan. Dyad in the Forceへようこそ。この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。We were just talking about anime, so I went into weeb mode. Welcome to another episode of Dyad in the Force, episode 95. This is an amazing episode. We have some amazing guests returning. And I think Meegs this is your first time on Dyad, so
yeah,
christening Meegs on Dyad with some returning OGs. What's up, Choco?
I've been excited all week because this is like kicking it way back to 2020 Star Wars TikTok. It just makes me really happy.
It's
before the dark times.
Well, if you think about it, this era is kind of like light side. There's a lot of like the movement on Twitter and the social media spaces. The voices that are speaking are a lot more positive.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
As if we need any introductions, though, we can start with Shaylo. If you can let everyone know where they can find your content and where they can follow you on the socials and who you are.
I'm Shaylo Wren. I am a huge nerd like the rest of you. There's not much to say outside of that. You can follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm on right now. And it's Shaylo_Wren, I believe. Yes.
That is it.
That's kind of it.
And Meegs, if you can do the same.
Hi, I am fangirlmeegs, and you can find me on TikTok, occasionally, Instagram as well, and I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Guys, if you're not following fangirlmeegs on TikTok or Twitter, Instagram too, just follow them on everywhere. But don't stalk them. And making a grand return. It's Victoria, y'all. I had to bring it back to our first episode.
Yes!
It's Victoria, y'all.
No, I absolutely love the introductions, and my heart is racing right now because it feels like home. It feels like coming home. So being with y'all is so exciting. I can be found on Instagram, it's Victoria Y'all. TikTok, it's Victoria Y'all. YouTube, it's Victoria Y'all. And Twitter, I'm too afraid to ask the person to give me their handle. So I'm not it's Victoria Y'all. That's somebody else.
There's another it's Victoria Y'all?
I know! And it's I think their last tweet was in 2011. And so I'm oh! But anywho, so I am Rosu colored on Twitter.
So everybody go mass report it's Victoria Y'all on Twitter. That's a joke.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. But yes, as far as who I am, right now I am really channeling my energy into cosplay. I have started to trickle back into analysis content, and that's how we all connected, was through Star Wars analysis content and Darth Vader, of course. I've started trickling that back into my Patreon and some content I have planned for YouTube. So if you want Star Wars, that's where you can find me for Star Wars. But other than that, if you're interested in anime or cosplay, that is my other socials right now.
Awesome. Drop that link in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Not like I'm gonna sign up afterwards.
I would be so happy.
You've been owning the cosplay space for the past couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
It's
crazy.
So sweet.
Are you doing a crawl of the cons and stuff?
I am. I will be at Anime Weekend Atlanta and YumaCon. So my big plan, because I'm returning to Star Wars, is I would like to go to Star Wars Celebration and finally debut Tulan Voidgazer. And because that was really technically Darth Vader and Tulan Voidgazer were my first cosplays, but they're so yeah.
That'd
you
be
know
amazing.
what?
We'll see.
And if you end up coming to LA Anime Expo or any of the stuff down here, please.
I know, I would love to have some West Coast cons on my radar, but
you gotta start calling people, Choco.
Make
the calls.
No, I might have someone to reach out to. We'll
That's what I'm
see.
saying.
We'll see what we can make happen. Just happy to have you back on. As always,
I'm thrilled.
This is elite.
Yeah,
honored.
I'm I got goosebumps, to be honest. I remember the first time we had Shaylee, the first time that we had Victoria. I was we were wee youngins in the creator
Little
space.
babies.
Little babies.
And now-
Shaylee came on the high ground before Pep did.
Well, we had to find our dyad, right?
That's true.
You know? I mean, once we found the dyad, then it was just, you know.
Do you even know the lore, Pep? Do you know the high ground lore like I do?
Probably not as much as you. I only know as much as I can see in Choco's head.
Oh.
And sometimes
Don't tell him what you see though, because
sometimes
It's not a nice
sometimes we
place.
select the same car at any given moment in a video game, and it doesn't
multiple
really-
times.
So let's go straight into some announcements. Someone's dog is barking.
That is Suki.
Hi, Suki.
You didn't
Hi,
give Suki time to
Suki.
introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce Suki?
Suki just got showered and is with my wife in the other room right now. So if she
And
runs out here, I'll
what are
grab
her
her.
socials?
Yep.
Suki briefly did have an Instagram account. I don't know if it's still going.
Aw, a star.
At Furball Turbo. Turbo Furball.
Aw.
All right. Shout out to everyone in the chat that's hanging out. We got a lot of people. Michael B, Stewart of Ostagar, Silver Glass, Jedi Ninja, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Courtney Hughes,
Hey,
Poke
Courtney.
Nation. We got a lot of people shouting Shaylee. And then we have a random Element's voice should be on a Star Wars audiobook. His voice is soothing. Yes, I am
agree.
choosing to read those messages. It is, it is doing things for me. But I'm glad it's soothing. I remember when Choco would make TikTok lives to let everyone know about the streams.
Oh yeah.
We were just live before
Yeah.
the stream.
Choco goes
the memory
live.
is great.
Yeah, it's a very fresh memory.
Yeah, very fresh memory.
Choco goes live for High Ground. We go live for Dyad. It's still a thing. But of course, he still thinks Choco should bring back the green screen for Dyad 100. Unfortunately, actually, you know what? That would be kind of like rad because we are doing a cookout. And
Aww.
and guys, if you are in the LA area around November 12th, you guys are more than welcome to come to the cookout. Choco is going to have a green screen with him for no reason. It's just going to be there because we're streaming from our phones.
I'm gonna like have a rig so it's like behind me.
Oh, I love
I don't
that.
know if you've seen the guy who's like on a motorcycle in like meetings and stuff on doing.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Let's see here. Kumoricon and PDX.
Oh yeah, that was on my radar.
Oh, okay. Looks like Jedi Ninja wants you to go there. You have requests.
Your presence has been requested.
It has been requested. I might make it. Not this year though. I just started a new job.
Oh,
Well,
what?
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Congratulations. What are you doing?
I work for a dance company, and it is everything I've ever dreamed. I finished my master's in May, so I am a master
Amazing.
in honor of Anakin that never could, you know. So I did use that.
I never thought
made-
you would slander Anakin.
Well, here we are. It's a
Finished what he
new
started.
year, new me. But no, I just finished what he started, you know. So yeah, I finished my master's in May, and now I'm working for a dance company, and it's everything I've ever dreamed.
That's
It's
awesome.
So much fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, getting my sea legs before I venture away for cons and stuff that far.
That's one of my favorite things is seeing your cosplay TikToks where you and some other people will like be dancing on it, and
Oh, yeah.
like you're just killing it and making everyone look bad. And I'm just like,
Oh no.
there's one dancer here.
When it comes to dance, the concept of equity doesn't matter, or it doesn't exist. Any other announcements? I know it's been a while since we've all spoken. I'm a game designer for Lord of the Rings Online.
What? That sounds so fun.
It is fun. We're getting ready for Before the Shadow, which releases next month, and I have inserted Silmer Emily and a bunch of other creators in.
Wait,
That's
tell me a little
amazing.
bit more about what that is. Lord of the Rings Online.
It's an MMO for Lord of the Rings, mostly set in the Third Age, War of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
But this latest expansion that's coming out, we're gonna visit the Second Age a little bit in like a flashback-ish thing. I can't say much about it. I'm already like going
Not allowed
into
to
some
talk.
going into some more than
Give me all the secrets, Pep.
no.
And I
Secrets.
am currently unemployed.
Woo!
Yay!
Full-time content.
Yes, full-time content. Let's go.
He's been cracking them out.
See. Yeah, I've been doing a bit more, but after spending the past 5-6 years in the financial industry, it's terrible. I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Don't make me go back. It's
Valid.
it's the worst. So I'm trying to head in other directions now. So I'm happy for that. I took that job in the first place because that's when I was engaged. I wanted to bring home more stability. But even my wife is happy that I'm no longer miserable after a day of work.
Yeah, that's important.
Where can the people support you then, Darth Choco?
Just support by coming over to my YouTube channel and following and liking and subscribing. youtube.com/Darth Choco. And we'll be making a lot more content over there. So thank you for everyone that already has, and also supporting us here on Dyad in the Force. We just love being able to hang out and try and grow the community as big as possible.
Yes, every member of Dyad Squadron is directly helping Choco, like right now. So if you're not a member, I don't know what to say. I'm just kidding.
I guess you don't love it.
Yeah,
don't
I guess
you
you
love
don't
Choco?
love Choco. Yeah.
Shout out to Darthman86 for being a member for 5 months. Kenny loves
Wow.
Choco.
Nice.
St. Pat, he has loved Choco for 16 months. I think I'm just gonna change that to loving Choco.
It's makes me quite uncomfortable. So
Never mind.
So that's
then.
great.
just a phrase of like St. Pat has been loving Choco for this many months.
What's up, Brian with the beard? Hello, friends.
Brian.
Wonderful Brian with his beautiful beard.
Any announcements from Shaylee or Meegs? Anything new? What you been up to?
I start my promotion in 2 weeks, and I'll actually be in my freaking field, which is nice.
Ooh,
So
congratulations.
we can finally get out of freaking customer service.
Congratulations. Customer
Thanks.
service is not fun, and so I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a data analyst.
Nice. And Meeks, anything from you?
I guess if we're all sharing about jobs or lack of jobs, I guess, I used to work with middle schoolers last year and I was miserable. If anyone here in the chat
The worst
watching
age.
works with middle schoolers, bless you. You have the strength that I do not. I now work with elementary age kids in special education. I'm a speech therapist, and I work with bilingual kids speaking English and Spanish, and I am so much happier. So it's really wild what just different changes in your life can bring about different places of joy, or moving away from, I guess, being in despair all the time. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy, and I hope if anyone else is in that hard place right now, that they can move toward just a better dream and find like a portion of the joy that I have, and you will be so much happier. Like, it's been great. So elementary age kids is the way for me to go.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, middle schoolers are the worst because they don't have the respect for you. And there's like a high schooler would have respect like as a human, and then like elementary school has like that whole age gap, and then middle school are just garbage people. They're little garbage goblins.
They are.
I was one of them, and I was terrible, and so I'm sorry.
Choco,
If you weren't
wanna...
terrible in middle school, you're not a person.
Choco, you want to dab for every new member we get in support of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean that's great. I mean it like relates to one of my favorite quotes of recent memory that basically, if I can remember it verbatim, we can't wait for life to stop being hard before we choose to be happy.
Yeah.
And that's on like my status everywhere. That quote just kind of hits.
You only get like 80-ish years.
Mm-hmm.
Do something makes you happy.
And find the people who will support you and love you and bring you joy, and maybe even give you those hard little nudges of like, I think this is making you not who I know you to be, and I want you to get into a better place.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When I was earlier on in my financial career, right, I was spending an extra hour and a half, a day doing extra stuff to try and get ahead, because I was more about chasing the financial benefits and trying to get the money and move up and all this stuff. But then after this last year of like helping people younger than me manage these $1 million portfolios that were handed to them, and you're like, you know what? And all of them were miserable. Like some of them were flat broke. Broke. Where imagine the interest alone on your investment portfolio pays you like $300,000 a year. The interest alone, and you're broke. That's crazy. But like, you're like, you know what? Yeah, the money isn't. It's about what you're doing and who you're doing it with.
Absolutely. That's right.
Shout out to Chris in the chat, Victoria, Shaylee, and Meegs.
Hey,
hello.
I guess I have to do it for him.
I'm fangirling here because the Dyad gets to hang out with the exclusive club known as the Filoni fam right now.
Very exclusive.
Yeah. Wow.
Darren Calvin coming out of the cave for this one. Welcome back.
Are you doing just fine? Did you hear my joke?
I didn't hear it.
Okay, so I've got to say it again. Say your thing. Coming out of your cage, and then I said, "Well, are you doing just fine?"
That joke was killer.
That was worth reeling it back. Oh no! It keeps going.
That was good. I didn't see that one coming.
I've just realized that the droid on the stream looks like BB-8 with a body. You could say that, but that is SH4T. That is the Dyad's Shat droid. And here comes the reason why it's a Shat droid. Eventually.
Shat droid? Eventually.
Eventually.
Maybe it'll come, I don't know.
Maybe it's not working.
I smell profit.
Star Wars Lawyer Super shattered a $9.99 ramen drop. Much love to the Filoni fam.
That's so good.
So the voice of that
super chat
alert
comes out as super shat, and so when we had to name it SH4T, it felt appropriate.
Yeah, that is appropriate. That's good.
I like it.
That's also me doing Hondo. I know a lot of people hear it the first time and they're like,
Jim Cummings, where is he? Yeah.
Much love to the Filoni fam, as Chris says in the ramen drop. Thank you so much for that. That directly helps Choco. And the gondolier droid from Mando Season 1 still fuels my nightmares.
Yeah, that one's rough. So my sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah, I had just gotten it out of my head. I'm just kidding.
No, it's back.
I always picture, whenever I think of that droid, I picture it's like, like the girl you're interested in, like her brother and her dad is like that droid, and then
It is Gilly.
All right, let's move on to our first segment, which is the fandom crawl. What are you guys watching these days?
Woo!
Anything exciting?
Where do you even start? There's
Yeah.
so much.
I've recently started the case study of Vanitas, and it is wonderful. You guys should check it out if you haven't checked it out already. It's it's about the book of Vanitas and like this vampire that was born under the blue moon versus the vampires that were born under the crimson moon. And there's this whole history behind that mythos. And
So
then
it's Twilight.
we're joined
Yeah. So basically,
we're joined in the present day with the present Vanitas and the present them vampires. I can't really say much because anything more than that would be a spoiler.
Yeah.
What about you?
So vampires are not my favorite genre of things. However, in the comic book realm, Blade's daughter just got announced to get her first solo run, and it looks really cool, and so I'm definitely going to check that out when it comes.
nice.
But I've been catching up on Bleach. I tried to get into it when I was younger. It didn't stick, and now I'm rewatching it, finding it a lot more enjoyable. So watching Bleach, and it's not really a nerd thing, but the show Reboot I think is really good. It's a comedy about making a TV show that is a reboot of the old show, but it laughs at traditional sitcom tropes while recreating them. But the characters in it are also living them, so it's like a sitcom within a sitcom. But it's really funny, and it's also merging the old style with a new commentary. So funny show. It's on Hulu.
Watch
check
the
it out.
first
Nice.
Noted.
episode. Anybody watching Rings of Power?
I want to hear Meegs talk about Meegs.
Yeah, I want to hear.
about Rings of Power because I haven't
Yes.
heard anything yet.
Oh my gosh, I am absolutely loving the Rings of Power.
Yay!
So I am like 99% sure I read the Silmarillion and the Lord of the Rings books, not the Hobbit, just the like trilogy of Lord of the Rings, in maybe middle school, and I don't remember a single detail. Silmarillion. So I am really, really loving. I know there are people who are like big, hard lore fans who maybe are having issues, but I am loving the like world building and the costuming and like the soundtrack, the scores, and just the beautiful character development we're getting, the women, the people of color. Like it is everything that I think, looking at the Lord of the Rings as a kid who was obsessed and had a 5th grade birthday party, like that was Lord of the Rings themed, having women characters who speak to each other and like just the diversity in that, like it's everything that I wanted, that representation. And I know so many other people feel the same way, and it's fun finding those people online and being able to celebrate that all together and come up with theories. And I don't know, I've just been absolutely loving watching the show and finding people to talk about it with. So it's the best.
I have to echo that too.
Disa is a queen, but she's also starting to terrify me low key. But sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying there's only one more episode left. Season finale is next week, and what are we gonna do when it's over? Probably just rewatch it over and over again.
Yeah, you could do that. Season 2 already began production, I think, yesterday. I have to echo that. I read Silmarillion back in high school, and none of it stuck with me. You know, the only thing that really did was Baron and Luthien, which was because that story is a cohesive story and the rest is just a textbook. So you're just kind of like learning about atoms and molecules the rest of the way, and you're just like, this doesn't sound like Aragorn is fighting orcs. What's going on?
I do love what you said about just the diversity of the project, because we do have people of color in every camp, you know, and like there's an episode where, you know, there's 3 women there, and they are each the leaders of their groups, and they're just talking about the futures of their people. And I was like, oh, I've never seen this before. That's great. But like for me, and I think it's one of the reasons why I didn't get into Tolkien in the past, and I didn't get into Harry Potter in the past. I for a long time felt like not that anyone in the group was problematic, but like problematic people like those things, you know. So that kind of scared me out of some certain spaces. But what's funny is just by adding people of color, it's acting like a colander, and the ones that can't handle it are not joining in. And so I'm like, okay, I feel safer already. It's a great litmus test.
Yeah.
What about? Well, I guess I kind of fell off of House of the Dragon. I haven't watched the latest one yet.
I have lots to say.
Let's hear it.
You could say it. I mean, it's not.
Oh yeah, I'm caught up.
So I'm not caught up, actually, which is funny. So I read Fire and Blood when it came out. Like, I was so excited. My first tattoo, you can barely see it because it's really bad, and it was like done in like 5 seconds, but it's a flame, and I got it when I was on a Game of Thrones tour in honor of Daenerys Targaryen. So this is obviously extremely important to me. I got it before the last season also of Game of Thrones. Yeah, rip for sure. So House of the Dragon, it was highly anticipated for me. I watched the first episode and I was sad. I not necessarily sad, but a bit like deflated. Deflated is the correct word. And because it wasn't that I had any strong feelings at all. I was just like, okay. And I've been watching it occasionally here and there, but yeah, I guess on the note of fantasy, I've had such a hard time engaging with fantasy that it's like, where is your imagination? The fantasy genre still has to have misogyny. Like, I still have to, like, you know, like, where is your imagination? And like the talking after the episode was even rougher, and it was just like, oh my gosh. So all that to say, I'm ready for fantasy, and maybe Lord of the Rings. I've never engaged with Lord of the Rings before, and so maybe that's something I need to engage with now, because I love the fantasy genre, but I've had trouble engaging with it as of late, because it's like this is supposed to be fantasy. This is supposed to be the peak of imagination, a world that does not exist. Like, it is an imagined world, yet it's the exact like same problems. I don't know. Like, but I don't know. I just there's a lot of lack of imagination in my opinion, but
yeah, I think
which is why anime is peak. Anime is the ultimate fantasy, like vehicle.
Yeah.
It really is.
I've really been obvious. Y'all know it's been hard for me to watch anything that is like live action because I've been so into anime. Chainsaw Man comes out Tuesday, and that is so highly anticipated for me. Chainsaw Man I've read the manga 5 times, and it is absolutely everything to me. Then, The Riddler Year 1, the comic, comes out October 25th, and I'm really excited about that. What a time to be in fandom. You know what I mean? Like, we're just getting so many cool things. My hero
started
is
Choco
back.
on Soul Eater.
Oh yeah, I've been watching it, and I'm like,
that's my favorite anime.
What's Victoria doing here? That's weird.
Yes, Death the Kid. Yes.
Hey, who was your favorite?
God.
Did you say you had a favorite thus far, or at least like a standout character?
So far, probably. I mean, Death the Kid is really interesting, and then as well as our main sword.
Yeah.
His name is escaping me, but yeah, that's where I'm at for now.
Right, Soul.
Yeah. Soul is a great character.
I'll always gravitate towards like the rambunctious characters. You know, Black Star is always going to be just the way he fights as well is super cinematic. Any anime on your side, Shaylee?
I work a lot, so I've barely been able to keep up with Andor, but the fandom space that I've been obsessed with lately is Pokemon. Because we've got the new game coming out. I know Chris is still here. Chris is probably very excited as well. You can take freaking selfies with your Pokemon in the new game. I'm so excited. It's so cute. And there's so many. Every Pokemon that they've shown except one, like for the new generation, is like so good. They're so cute. Grafaiai, and then like Girafarig got an evolution. It's so cute. And they're just so good. I'm so excited because like in the last like couple generations of Pokemon have been like so I've been eagerly taking in every drop of news on Scarlet and Violet.
Right on.
Yeah, I might have to jump into that one as well. I didn't do the last one, but I was really interested in the new mechanics of the gameplay. Like I was obsessed with everything from like the Game Boy Advanced era, and then I fell out of it. Besides Pokemon Go, which I played far longer than most people. Not gonna lie, I was real hyped here in San Diego, especially community days. But yeah, I mean, after the last generation, seeing like the new version of like Typhlosion and like seeing, you know, some of these
so good. I think that Legends Arceus was like their like kind of dipping their toes in the water on that like mechanic of like open world and like different fighting and different catching and stuff. So Scarlet and Violet is going to be great to jump in on because I think it's going to be when they've got it more figured out, and it's going to be so good. I'm excited.
I think I'm the only one that doesn't know anything about Pokemon other than
No, I don't know anything about Pokemon. I don't know anything.
Now's the time. We're in a renaissance.
Yeah, now is the time to jump into it. I was actually just talking before in the stream before it, like, you know what? I think I'm gonna make a list of if Star Wars characters were gym leaders, what their teams would be. I think I might make that a thing. That'd mostly because I want to make Kylo Ren's too. I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you guys see the new covers for the High Republic books incoming this from Comic-Con?
No.
Yes. That one Jedi is so hot.
Okay.
All right. Searching immediately.
You know, I already know if you.
We already know who you're talking about. Greylark. Yeah. Even the concept art of him originally looked like a Disney prince in anime, and then like the actual cover of it now is what I'm trying to urge Pep to cosplay next. And I think, you know,
let's go.
He's already got the hair. Look at the hair. You know.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah,
I just have to shave. Well,
perfect.
I mean, hey, do it for the Vine, right?
Yeah.
Do it for the Vine.
Always.
Also, I'm excited because Dragon Prince has another season coming out. I enjoy that show. Check it out if you have never done it. But like, it is a fantasy thing, and it's made by some of the people that did Avatar: The Last Airbender, and yeah, it's good stuff.
I
found the cover.
I found the cover. You know, you don't even have to.
I do want to
you know what I'm talking about.
point out this comment right here because that made me funny, or that made me laugh.
That made me funny.
Choco should draw a bar of chocolate as a Jedi, like as his lightsaber. Hot take.
I will not be wielding a brown lightsaber though.
I don't even think you could see that, like, unless it was like, you know, like a white cement concrete ground. Anime needs to stop giving teenagers a God Savior Chosen One storyline. That is kind of like the bread and butter of shonen to begin with.
Yeah, just watch a different genre.
Yeah, yeah. There's like, a lot more than just shonen.
I just that just lit up. I just watched Your Name for the first time. Oh my god!
And how long did you cry after it ended?
I was oh my god! I like there like that one part that hits so hard. I'm not gonna say it because the spoiler what was on. And as soon as I saw what it said, I was like, oh my god! And then I sobbed well through the last leg of the movie and well after. And it's the most beautiful movie I've ever seen animation wise. If you haven't watched Your Name, people in the chat, go, it'll change your life. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean,
And then I was just gonna say, there's also the exact opposite. You know, if you can watch something like Psyche K and see someone with the god powers, but in a different light, and it's wonderful.
So Soul Eater and Psyche K are tied for my top anime and will always be. And yes, did you see my Kaido cosplay by chance?
I did not.
I'll have to
but I was like, oh, I bet she's always fearing Dark Reunion.
Always.
Does Soul Eater beat out Psyche K every time you think about Maka screaming soda?
Well, I say Soul Eater manga too. So I think if so it wins. Yes.
I thought of Pep immediately. Someone heard you. I didn't. I was saying we need more Asian Jedi, but I wasn't thinking of Axel Greylark, but I suppose that is the case. Yeah. Any other fandom stuff that we could talk about? She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it. Somebody sell it to me. I've
Yeah.
heard good things.
It makes fun of incels on the internet like really bad throughout the
Nice.
entire thing. And it's
I've
so-
saw and like they're just taking the rage bait so much. They're like, look at it, and it's like, man, it's working. It's so funny how they walk right into that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Like just to give an example, it's like saying these people are going to say this about this episode, and those people said that about that episode. So
they knew.
yeah, there was absolutely zero awareness. It's great. I'm enjoying the series for sure.
Is it the
fourth wall
best
breaks
thing from Marvel?
Hmm?
Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, I was just gonna say the fourth wall breaks are hilarious. I wasn't aware that She-Hulk did that before Deadpool, and the way that it props up the episodes, fantastic job all around.
Yeah.
So you should watch it.
And Tatiana Maslany is wonderful as always. I don't know if y'all seen Orphan Black. She's just so damn charming, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Stuart of Oscar says, I don't have time for another anime to make me cry. I'm still dealing with Your Lie in April. After 6 years.
I haven't
Oh,
watched it yet. It's on my list. I'm gonna save it for when I need to cry again. But
sending all the get well wishes in the world,
Yeah.
healing
even
vibes.
prematurely.
What else? What else is there?
But I literally have only been thinking about Chainsaw Man, and well, I lie.
Sell it to everyone.
Tokyo Revengers. Oh, Chainsaw Man.
Jesus, Tokyo Revengers. Yeah, go ahead. Go on.
So Chainsaw Man, I don't know if I would recommend it as a first anime. But it comes out on Tuesday. The manga is excellent. The pacing, the paneling, the character work is just remarkable. I was saying earlier before we were on air that it's like if someone asked me what is Chainsaw Man about, I would probably sit there and be like, for like a good 20 minutes. But I've been thinking about it. I think it's about the human condition. And what that means is like so vast, but I think it's about humanity, what we want, what we need. And I don't know, there's a lot of warmth in Chainsaw Man that I have not felt in other media. There is like, I know every character in that entire universe. I know them, and I want the things that they want, and like for themselves. And like I don't know, it's really, really remarkable. And so if you are just finding yourself on Tuesday wanting to turn on something new, turn on Chainsaw Man. I will say, if gore is not something that you're interested in, don't turn on Chainsaw Man. Because as you would imagine, with a name like Chainsaw Man, there's some chainsaws and they do some stuff. But yeah. It's really, really wonderful.
I'd say with anime, 90% of the time you can judge a book by its cover. At least when you're trying to figure out, content advisory stuff.
Yeah.
I know Tuesday is going to be a lot of new anime. So I'm probably going to watch Bleach, then Chainsaw Man.
It's everything.
Because the way you describe it more than sold me. I'm kind of picturing it right now. It's almost like wearing a chainsaw on your head. Like at any moment, you if somebody gasses you up and pulls the ripcord, you can go off.
It's it's really good. I don't want to say much more. I wish I was in my other room because I have my chainsaws. So I cosplayed the chainsaw.
The cosplay is so good. When I saw your
Hashtag
or Chainsaw Man one, I was like, that's so good.
Thank you. It was my first build, and I was so happy that I don't know if it's Ko-fi or Ko-fi, but that was one of my goals that I was able to get some help on, and so that was my first prop build, but I didn't do it alone. I had a lot of help getting there, and so. Yeah, Chainsaw Man is amazing. Every single character, really, I say you know them, but you know their hearts. And I'm one of those people. Y'all know how I am about Star Wars. I told people all the time. It's I know a lot about Darth Vader. I know very little about Star Wars. But it's I know about Star Wars in the context of the character that I fixate on. I usually fixate on one character, and then I experience the world through that lens. Chainsaw Man is the exact opposite. I have a favorite character, but I love all of the characters, and that's the first time in any media that has ever happened. Not just love all the characters, but I feel for personally. I don't know. It's really interesting. So highly recommend.
Well, awesome. Just saying. Your love and analysis and understanding of Anakin/Darth Vader helps you know more about Star Wars than most hardcore Star Wars plebs who go around testing people for
yeah. Listen to that.
Not
y'all
to
that
mention,
ran me out.
at least me personally, when I'm thinking about how much, not that there should be degrees to how big of a fan you are, but I feel like the emotional tie to the property is the truest marker. And my happiest thing is listening to how passionate you get about this stuff. So that always makes me really happy. And can't wait to see what cosplays and what stuff you're gonna jump into next.
Also, for legal reasons, I said pleb not as a degree of fan, but plebs for fans who look down on others and try to quiz them on knowledge. Those guys are plebs.
Speaking of cosplay, are we gonna see any more thunder breathing out of Shaylee anytime soon?
Zenitsu, that one is retired. But you know what? I finished the Demon Slayer manga. So I do want to do other Demon Slayer characters. It's so good. I want to do Rengoku, but that one's hard. It's the wig.
Yeah.
But
please do. Please.
Maybe you'll see other forms of breathing from me.
Yeah. Wait,
So
you...
good.
Okay, the Mist Hashira. That is my request.
I love him so much. Michio.
That is my request.
ADHD.
Formal.
Which one is that again? Is that the one with the snake?
That's what I want to do. Oh, and I.
Oh, love it. The Miss Hashra. How do you describe the
The dark
blue.
long
the
hair.
dark long
Yeah.
hair with the little blue? There's it's
Big
so,
blue
all the
eyes.
characters are so good. Yeah, the youngest one. That's a good way to. He's like, what is he, like 14, 12?
Mm-hmm.
I love how everyone's hair changes
Muichiro
colors up
is
again.
Silver Glass says in the chat, Muichiro.
Yeah.
Sure. The name escapes me, but if that's their name,
That's
yes.
the name.
I love
Trevor
them.
says, this might be the coolest group of people I've ever seen.
Well,
Cries.
thanks, Trevor.
And
Trevor texted me and said he was gonna bully me in this chat, so don't let him fool you.
Oh,
oh, I've got a sixth sense. Courtney says, watch Spy X Family. I am currently watching that as well. Yes.
Yes.
I do want to watch that one.
yes. Oh, it's so good.
I haven't yet, but I want to. It's on my soon list.
Yeah. So Pep, you went Tokyo Revengers. We'll talk after.
Okay.
I didn't read it. I just watched it, and it was so good. I think I watched it in 2 sittings, only because like I physically couldn't stay awake, and so I woke up and continued. And I need to read it because the anime left me feeling so cold.
Yes.
It's a dark place.
My eyes are like watering, and I'm trying so hard not to like burst into tears right now as we speak.
Yeah.
It has like stolen every shred of happiness I've ever had.
Oh my god.
And for those of you that don't know, I actually used to do gymnastics and stuff, and I am flexible enough to kick like Mikey. Just saying.
Wow.
This happens
go.
every time he says something like this. I'm like, what weren't you back in the day?
Yeah.
I know. Didn't you used to like weightlift and stuff, or did I imagine that?
Skate,
No, so it was a
weightlift,
power lifter.
parkour.
Powerlift and gymnastics are two so
Oh,
wildly
They're
different.
very
the swing
different. But
dancing adds a swing dancing. So just like all the lives that you have led, I love it.
sometimes I
Complex
forget.
man.
Yeah, I moved around a lot.
Apparently, Trevor can only
love
bully people named Worm. Is that an inside joke?
That's lore. That's Shayla Red lore.
Gotcha.
I think Courtney's the one who bullies Worm. I had a pink sheep that I loved very dearly. We worked very hard to get it back to my base, but then Courtney accidentally killed it.
That. I was watching that stream. Oh, that was good times.
Tragedy
That
throwback.
was good times.
Oh man, getting back into anime is pretty good these days. It is. You know what? Everyone's eating good. Everyone's eating good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
I
I
literally can't keep up.
like requested off on October 25th so that I can go to the comic book store and get Riddler Year 1. Like,
That's perfect.
I cannot wait.
People do that. That's a thing.
I used to do that all the time. Like, I'm sorry, this game is coming out. I'm gonna be taking off this day. I wouldn't tell them why. I'd just be like, it's gonna be really busy. I have just
Family
stuff.
matters.
Yeah, it's an emergency.
Yeah.
So we
I
spoke
have an
a li-
appointment.
So we spoke a little bit about celebration. Who's going to London?
Okay, wait. When is it? At the end of May?
April 7th to 11.
Oh. Maybe not. Maybe not. I want
Maybe when
to.
it's back in the US, I'll see you then.
All right. Well,
I'm disappointed.
I mean,
Disappointed.
It's
Are
disappointing.
y'all going to London?
Yes, but it's disappointment because I've always wanted to meet you guys.
I know.
Yeah.
Me too.
But there's we still have several mutuals in the UK and all that side of the world to meet. So I'm not fully disappointed, but yes, I am disappointed I don't get to hang out with you guys. Maybe next year is Chicago or Florida.
Chicago would be perfect for me.
Please, Chicago. The Midwest people need a win.
They seem
ass
to be
everybody.
repeating what they started in 2015, which and if they're following suit with that, Florida would be next and then Chicago, but we'll see what happens.
I was being an ass to everybody and thinking and saying maybe the next one's gonna be in Tokyo. And that's because I want to go back to Tokyo, but everyone's like, "Stop it! We need it in the U.S. Just shut up."
Bad vibes. Don't manifest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it coming back to the U.S. I'll go anyway. It's just that like I always wanted to go back to Tokyo, and if there's a dual reason to be there, even better. You know what I mean? At least for my wallet.
Yeah.
Your voices are too soothing. Help. Nope.
Maybe
You
if
gotta
I
deal with
talk
it.
like this.
All right, you asked for it.
Maybe I can talk like Nicolas Cage and recite the alphabet. Because that's what you do, right? Alphabetical order.
I smell profit.
DePaul super shattered a $10 ramen drop, dropping some love. What's up, everyone? And is that Shalo? Scared face, mind blown.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's her evil twin.
No.
Shout out to DePaul for that ramen drop. That is also directly helping Choco.
Hey, DePaul.
Glad you guys can make it. Hello to Chase in the chat as well. Let's get to Andor. Andor, episode 5. Now, a lot of people, not a lot. I have to stop saying that. It's like a default habit of mine to say a lot of people, and I start to sound like Trump.
Many people.
A lot of people. No, okay. So we've been seeing some dissent over how slow Andor is to them.
What?
And this is a new thing that we have to talk about, and this is called tension. This is a 12 episode show. It's not 6 or 8 like our previous 2 shows. It's 12. And so we're literally in the middle of it. And let's talk about the tension that's building in this show. How are you guys loving it so far?
That was one of the first things I noticed is how good the tension is in this episode.
Yes.
So good.
Yes. I think I have loved Andor so much simply because I have not seen anyone talk about it yet. Like,
No one's
I know
friends.
that sounds no, like I not in a way, but it's like because I have been so on like the anime side of fandom space, and like I don't see conversation about Andor right now unless I am looking for conversation about Andor. So I have been able to experience it as I want to experience the entire show without any sort of like thought guide. And I think that has helped me love it so much. But yes, I think the tension, like what if that, like narrowing it down just to that, the tension building in this, it has felt so natural. And I haven't felt like, oh, I am a part of a narrative. I've felt like I'm experiencing something rather than like watching a show, or like I am experiencing a universe. It's almost like, I don't know if necessarily this is the correct direction, but it almost feels documentary-esque in a way. I know that not in a like boring way, but in a way that I don't know. I feel like I've been very sensitive to like understanding people and characters lately in authentic ways, and I think Andor does that excellently because I understand not only the characters but the environments in which they're existing, and I'm able to understand the environmental factors that impress upon their motives.
Yeah.
And Andor really does that in a good, authentic, genuine way that feels organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have time with these characters. They're not set pieces to set up the next scene, right? And
yes.
An example would be Roken, right? We didn't really get much time with him, but Roken was there to make Obi-Wan go to like the Inquisitorius, and then come back, and then he's like, okay, I'll take care of the survivors. I'll take care of like the people that I need to take care of. We didn't really get to know Roken, but it feels like we have enough time with the 12 episode nature of the show to know people. Aside from what are you doing right now, and how is this going to get us to point B?
Yes.
I've been watching like a lot of YouTube videos about like filmmaking, and I watched like a documentary about Miyazaki and like Studio Ghibli films, and it talked about how like important of a storytelling thing it is to like have moments of like slowness or like quiet so that the audience can breathe and digest, and you can like be present in the moment, and also to like build tension like this episode. And that's exactly what this episode makes me think of, is like that tension building, like calm before the storm sort of like it's like such an essential part of storytelling, is like to have these quieter moments so you can like have intimate moments with characters and breathe. And that's what I love about Andor, is everything has space to breathe, and you can like be in the moment. And it's so, I love the pacing. It's so good.
It's a special kind of pacing.
Yeah.
I mean, first. Oh, go ahead, Meeks.
Oh, sorry. No, finish your thought.
No, absolutely not, Meeks.
The thing is, like, everything feels intentional. Like, every scene that we see has to have some meaning, or is foreshadowing, or gives character motivation, or backstory, or like there is meaning in every single scene. And maybe we don't know what it is right at this moment, like watching it in this episode, but I think later, you know, with other episodes, or at the end of it all of this season or further seasons, we'll see where like strings are coming together and connecting, and I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Now,
Not
Choco.
one line of dialogue is wasted.
Yeah. Yes.
And the dialogue is so freaking good. Some of the
Oh my
lines
God,
written
yeah.
are just like, my goodness. And then like they keep hitting you with it. And
You think he's done with the pace of repression the pace of repression outstrips our ability to understand it, and that is the real trick of the Imperial thought machine. And then he goes on to say our elemental possessions. And I'm just like, Dan Gilroy, this episode is for you. Well, I mean, you wrote it, but it's still your episode. It's for you.
Yeah.
Ode to Dan Gilroy. Some of the finest writing we've had in Star Wars.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it's easier to hide behind
Yes.
40 atrocities than one. And you're like, man, yeah, it's wild.
It's true. I mean,
Look
you
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have like one incident on Alderaan, and all eyes are on that. Whereas, like, if things are happening across the galaxy, there are people going to be like, "Well, no, I gotta pay attention to this happening here right now." That's so true.
Yes. This is extremely human. And I was thinking about how Andor succeeds in a very unique sense that, like, it could be a standalone. Like, I highly doubt there's anyone in this universe that doesn't know, like, at least the basic skeleton of, like, Star Wars existing. But if you had never watched any other Star Wars and you came in on Andor, I think you could still enjoy it as a standalone series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And know nothing else about the universe at all. And so I think it succeeds at that so well because, like, I don't find myself like, oh, when is the next little cameo, or, you know, like things of that nature. And yes, while I love a good cameo, I love a good, like, oh my gosh, is that this person, and how does this connect to that? And I love those moments as a fan that loves seeing the connections for the universe, but I also love that I am in these moments with these characters. And like Shayla was saying, having moments to breathe, I feel like I can really like sit with these characters that I didn't, yes, I knew a little bit about before, but I like from other media, but ultimately these characters are strangers to us for the most part. And so sitting with these new people and really like experiencing their hearts is a really, I don't know, Andor does that very well.
It feels very intimate.
Yes.
It's kind of like what we're getting with Lord of the Rings too. Like 8 full minutes of just Durin and Disa and Elrond just chilling. You don't get that in the movies, right? Because you got to go from point A to point B in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it all has like such a good, like it builds on itself so well that, like, okay, I don't want to give spoilers, but like there's a moment that I cried because of knowing friendship and meaning and like love that's there and like friends who become family. I hope that was vague enough, but like, oh, it's so beautiful. And like all those moments that we've seen throughout different episodes have just like built on each other that meet that point when those friendships between those 3 characters are so powerful. Like, oh, it's so good.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, spoilers for that.
Those
okay.
for Rings of Power, yeah. So in this though, there was like, I was listening to the Pink Milk podcast the other night. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. Check them out. It's they're hilarious, but it's I think they're all queer, and they were speaking from the point of view of the imperial oppression and how it deals with or intersects with their experience. Like if you go rewatch their broadcast from last night, you'll cry. I was like, oh my god. And then I watch it and I see things that come from like the Black community and how this applies, and I'm sure everyone can see a bit of like the writing is so good, like the way it has encapsulated all of that, and even all of the characters themselves. Mon Mothma has nowhere to rest now, right? Because there's stuff all around her, and it's even affecting her at home, and the people in her home are so apathetic to the horrible things going on around them because they are able to live in a bubble of privilege so that they're insulated from this bad stuff. So they're like, no, plus these people are funny, I want to hang out with them. Which, if you see Sly Moore, there is no way in hell she's like a good time to hang out with. Like, come on, you can't. But at the same time, I feel like we're seeing this from all of the characters, even the characters that are essentially the villains of this. Even like Cyril is someone who is coming from humble beginnings, and even doing what was right in his eyes got him slapped down. So he also has that same boot of oppression on him, even though was a cop. We even get Dedra, who is dealing with like misogyny in her workplace and having to outdo everyone else because of the way this imperial machine is built. It's just really interesting and so poignant how this whole thing comes together,
Absolutely. Yeah. I think there's a lot of complexity that I think Star Wars is doing this very well in that, like, it's not escapism from a universe and like the real, like, actual complexities that you're holding, but it's a place of like contemplation about that in a thoughtful way. And so there's like the quote that Pep, you mentioned, the pace of repression outstrips our ability to understand it. That is the real trick of the imperial thought machine. That I wrote that down, and it's like watching them, like exploit, like the note on displacement of people, and they were talking about like the Aldani cultural rituals and practices, and how we're getting to see like the Empire is not just at war with like blowing up Alderaan, it's at war with like humanity. And like one of the biggest ways that you can oppress is through identity, and like culture is like such a big tie in that. And so I think there's a lot of places in Star Wars not to escape but to sit with what is happening on the macro, and it gives you a place of thoughtfulness in a very good and responsible way.
I love how you said that, because there's like negative and degrading remarks about those people who come to the ritual that the Imperials were said they were doing target practice on their altars. But at the same time, those same Imperials were like, well, we want to see the thing though.
Yes.
and
yes.
And you're like, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, so my master's that I just received is in cultural heritage management, and that really resonated with me, because it, like what you're saying about the Imperials like wanting to watch it's this like tokenizing of people, and almost this like exploitation of like, oh here's the like, and when he asks like, oh, isn't it a pretty view, and it's like, that's not your land, that's not your space, and that's not your like the target practice on the ritual altars, but that significance of something beautiful happening, like it's not the same, I guess, because it's not like your culture. It can be responsibly exchanged, but with consent, but it wasn't given. And I don't know, it's very thoughtfully done. I don't have much to say other than that. But,
Yeah. Because shows like that can definitely attempt to cover those really complex and like heavy topics, and just fumble it, and then like it's like really bad.
Yeah.
But they've done it. Thank you, Gilroy, so beautifully in this show, and it like reflects real life so much. Like you're like making those connections, and that's when Star Wars is at its best for me. Is when like we're not shying away from the politics, and then like there's people on my Twitter who are like, you know, oh yeah, the Empire's cool, whatever. Like it's like a cool, but like you cannot separate the Empire from like real Imperial forces in the world. Like, you know, that's so heavy. And then you try to explain that to people like, hey, they are literally the worst. You like, maybe not. And then, but they just can't. And like, I'm just so glad that we have a show that's not shying away from those connections to the real world.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful and good. Well done.
Yeah.
There's
also the other scene where we come back to the planet from the first 3 episodes. It's escaping my name. And there's the Imperial officers are there, and he's like, what do you think of this big old building? He's like, for what? Oh, the headquarters. You want it? And he's like, sure, give me this title. He's setting himself up as like a regent over this planet where they have no business being in the first place, and the destruction that was caused there was their own doing. It's crazy.
Total Dyad moment. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna mention Blood and Tigo displacing people in the hotel. That's what happens on Dyad and the Force.
It's hard for me to watch Oblivion though, because like he's such a nice person, like in real life, that it's just weird to see.
A nice disposition, but he's a douchebag in method and practice.
Yeah.
Looks like we have JB in chat.
I think hi. Before I lose this thought, I think that this show does an interesting look at the difference in oppression and like
I smell profit.
And Sun Epic Super Shattered a $4.99 ramen drop.
Yay!
Thank you, Insane Epic.
Thank you very much.
Woo. But yeah, the difference between like oppression and being disgruntled, and
oh yeah,
I think it does it really interestingly. And that scene, which by the way, the set is so like steampunky to me. I love it, because I was thinking a lot about like how Star Wars has always had like the lived in future feel, this feels different, and it feels very steampunk. But there was this level of like his name is Sybil. No,
Cyril.
what is his name? Cyril. When he was like sitting in the booth with his mother, it was very 50s-esque, and his design is very 50s-esque, and so I mean, it's very on the nose what they're trying to do here. And it's, I don't know, it was very interesting to me, like how different the set is. Like it feels like Star Wars, yeah, but it also feels like something else entirely, but not in like a bad way.
Oh yeah. I mean, for the most part, things look like Star Wars in Star Wars shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we get these sets and it's just like, oh, they're just regular people. Like this, the galaxy doesn't all look like the Millennium Falcon, you know?
Right.
It's cool with like that almost that sort of like Rector set cereal box. Instead of just a box, it was just like this weird shaped little thing. Just a small little nuances there. And
I just love the fact that he was sitting there eating Oops All Berries. I don't know.
You know what? That is my daily driver for cereal. And I finally was able to find one of the original Crunch Berries. Just a side thought. Shout out to Rebels fans and the Meluron fruit on the table. I want to try one. I'm pretty sure it's a mango with added spikes in the props department, but it looks tasty.
All right.
I just love mango.
Which quick like I don't know, mini lightning round question? Which breakfast was the most uncomfortable? Because we got to see all three groups eating breakfast. Which one was the most uncomfortable? Me, I'm leaning towards Cyril and his mom. But,
like vibes wise, or the breakfast food?
Oh, vibes wise.
Oh yeah, the mom.
Cyril.
Food wise, just being handed a cup of milk and being like, "This is gross milk." But
Not
whatever.
even good milk, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be the odd one out. I want to say Mon Mothma and her
Yeah.
That one is rough.
freaking
That one's
awful
rough.
husband. Curse him.
What did you think of her daughter?
Divorce.
I want to say Danielle is written in the Star Wars on Twitter.
I smell profit.
Darren Calvin super chatted a $5 ramen drop. Give Twix yogurt.
Thanks, Darren.
Do you want me to Venmo that to you?
No. You give Twix yogurt.
Okay. Go on, Meeks.
Okay.
Sorry.
Danielle was she was tweeting about that relationship and kind of like reflecting on her own experience as like a teenage girl. And it was just interesting thinking about like if Mon Mothma is not around as much, then she's being raised more by her father. And so his views might be influencing her so much more. And with what we've seen, how he treats her, his wife, just like it's making sense to me.
And who he aligns with politically.
Mm-hmm.
And like just thinking about how lonely she must feel. Like Padme is dead. Where's Bail Organa? Where's Bail and Brea? Like they should come and help her out because she just seems so alone in that big house with no one on her side. Like it's heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also interesting because appearance-wise, she's someone that has everything, but at the same time, she doesn't have a place to relax. She doesn't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Yeah, I definitely go ahead.
just really quickly, I feel like Bail and Brea are also going through that as well with Leia. Like if you read Princess Leia of Alderaan, like they can't find a moment with Leia. So everyone's just suffering because of the Empire. Those douchebags.
What were you gonna say, Victoria?
I was gonna say, I think that this, like Andor in particular, does a great job on like kind of like touching and like sprinkling like the realities of rebellion, in that like what we've been talking about with Mon Mothma not having a space to rest. It's like we know Mon Mothma's alliance and needs and like thoughts, but it's like almost if we didn't. Sorry, I got my ear pierced.
I
recently,
smell
and so-
profit.
JB Jora super shattered a $10 ramen drop. Gotta run.
Yeah!
But I love you all. Heart.
Thanks, JB.
But yeah, there's
Appreciate you, JB. Our favorite senator. Or
But there's with Mon Mothma, we know, but there's this level of like who knows, and like it's the tension we were talking about earlier. Like tension is done so well in Andor, and I like that Mon Mothma's adherence to schedule could be very telling of like, oh, there's like a supposed to be meeting, and if she hadn't taken her daughter to the thing, then she missed like a chance for a certain piece of information, or like adhering to schedule and being very concrete about it, and then her daughter saying like, oh, it's all about you, isn't it? No, like it could have been anything. Like it could have been an entire galaxy, who knows, but it's really interesting, like just the small details. I think that Star Wars has been doing such a good job recently of like microscoping onto things, and I think that this really talks about the I don't know, realities of rebellion a lot.
Which is true. I mean, right now the rebellion is as small as this small group of people around the fireplace, all like fragmentedly saying to the rebellion. It's not this big group that we know in Rogue One that has changed Andor, because he is changing, and this is a journey for him. The first step admitting that he was there for the money, and if that's not worthy enough of a reason to be there, he's just gonna split, right? And then you get to look forward to what happens between now and Rogue One that makes him the person in Rogue One where he's all about the cause,
Yeah.
And so like in one of the final scenes, where they are kind of questioning his motivations, it leads into us learning more about those rebels as well. And that's another thing that this series does so well that we mentioned earlier, is just the character development of B-sides. Nemec is great.
Yeah. Such a good character.
I just keep saying, I hope he didn't buy any green bananas. Just saying.
What was the name of your Ewok again?
Tiki, I think.
Yeah. As soon as Choco said our favorite senator, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. What else happened in this episode? Luthen is having some doubts about Andor.
Oh, Luthen's gallery, and shopping for antiquities. That's such another tell of an oppressive society. Is not dispersing, but like the dissemination of like cultural relevance that is not yours, and it's like these tokens of like conquering people and identities and societies, and just the like senators and like wealthy people engaging in the trade and buying of cultural artifacts.
Yeah, the profiting.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, it was so like, oh my god. And yeah, but that being a cover business, and that because it gets you to the right people, and it's just really like, I don't know.
It's also like
Yeah.
fits in that society, that high society, the socialites.
Yes.
That go around.
Oh,
like if you have a
absolutely.
cover business, it's not going to be like, oh, I'm selling rugs. No, you're going to
Right.
be amongst the social elite that want to look and gawk at other cultures' stuff.
Yes.
Material Squirrel said in the chat, commodification of history.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I thought, you know, we mentioned on the last episode, I thought they did it perfectly because you had stuff from Kashyyyk, from Wookiees who were enslaved. You have stuff from like a broken Jedi temple, right? You just had a lot of things from different groups that the Empire came in and took their stuff, which makes it perfect, which also makes it a perfect cover, because if he's going to those locations, he's going to find some people who are rebellious. That's for damn sure, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I found it very, very intriguing. And just the idea, like the connection with art, like art and, just like societies like the Empire and like dictatorships, like that is such a historical pattern that is very observable. And I mean, it takes me back to like even Bloodline in the inverse. What was his
With
name?
Ransom.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look at this new Stormtrooper helmet I got, and you're like,
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. The guy, the shop had a Keldor Antiox rebreather. You're like, they need that to breathe in oxygen environments. That's not an artifact.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is a commodity to them, you know?
The show does a really good job of not being so black and white too, because it's like, look at all the things they have to do to, you know, for the greater good. Like it's all very gray morally. It doesn't, it shows the realities of those sort of things where it's just like, man, these circumstances suck, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
It's so imperfect. It's not like the rebellion's like these perfect good guys and the bad guys are just the bad guys. Yeah, and that's it. It's simple and laid out for you. It's complex.
Yeah, Star Wars has always done such a good job with like getting us as active audiences to engage with those questions, but I think it's taking it to the next level in such good ways. But go ahead, Pep, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say the same thing. And to kind of like take it in another direction, but parallel to your thought, you know, we see that in Rogue One. That you know that where Jesus, I had a brain fart just now.
At the beginning of Rogue One,
there was a connection there.
Was it going to be about how like Cassian kills people so chill? Like it's nothing. They're talking about it being morally gray.
Yeah. Where you know they come from a place that they had to do some really bad stuff. We've all done things, right? But at the end of the day, they're kind of all for the cause.
but at the end of the day, there's still one group that has all the power that is trying to remove the autonomy and the rights of other groups, and the other group is fighting back. They're both fighting, but it's and it can get kind of murky with their actions, but ultimately what each is fighting for is very, very different.
Yeah.
Is that the only one that saw
Yeah, there's definitely a good and a bad side. It should be clear.
Is that the only one that saw temporarily Choco with a white beard?
So wise.
Yeah, Suki is on my desk, and so she's just out of camera range, or was, but
There
she's
it is
just hanging
again.
out.
There it is again. Hello, I'm Choco. I'm too old.
This being an OG episode, Suki definitely wanted to be part of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Suki's an OG.
You know what? Last week, AJ Starkiller said this is a can't miss, and you know who's missing it right now? AJ Starkiller.
Unacceptable.
DePaul says I think Element is over there holding on to Yoda's Geimer stick. I wouldn't mind having one of those. I want to see what that tastes like.
Probably
like
not
sugar
good.
cane or something. No, it's probably like sugar cane or bamboo.
He got it in the swamp, and like I mean, he's not cleaning it. I don't know.
He's not cleaning it.
Are we concerned about that though?
I am.
Let's see here. Luke, shout out to Luke and the Podwans podcast are here. Ducks and Download. Welcome to the Dyad in the Force.
Luke.
Any final thoughts on this episode? Where do you think it's going? How is the heist going to go the way they think?
I don't think it's going to go super smooth considering how clueless his group seems to be compared to him. But we'll see.
Also,
basic. What were you guys gonna do?
Also, them keeping secrets still at the end there when Cassian was like, "What are you two gonna do about Cinta and Vel?" And she like still wouldn't like. "We'll meet you back here tomorrow." Like, I feel like something's gonna go wrong there, and Cassian will have no idea because no one has told him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope. I would like for this to go well, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me is cynical and is like, there's no way. There's no way they're all making it out. Everything's great. I
It's
don't know.
tough. You know, this being a prequel to Rogue One, it's tough to kind of see other people making it out alive.
Yeah.
Which is the material Squirrel said. The Manifesto Kid is definitely going to die.
Man, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's screwed. Which makes me sad.
I'm devastated about that. But I think, like, for instance, this group just makes me think a lot about, I mean, I don't know. This has made me very, like, contemplating so much in the real world that it's like, you can have all of the best beliefs and intentions and, like, all of the, like, fire within you. If you are not well organized, like, you're just a bunch of voices shouting. And so that's why, like, organization is so important. And, like, seeing, like, not knowing certain things, and it's like, yeah, like, belief and, like, heart is the absolute, you know, like, nucleus of change, but being organized is how you get it done. And I don't know, I see that being kind of like a comment on that, like, being organized. And there's been a lot of really incredible quotes. We've talked a lot about the writing, but one that stuck with me was like, the axe forgets but the tree remembers. And it's like, these people have been burnt by the Empire, but, like, they don't remember. Like, the axe does not remember that they hurt you. And so it's like, you know, the tree remembers, and, like, organizing into a forest, it makes you so much more collective and powerful. And, like, that's always been a theme in Star Wars, is, like, collective power, not individual power. And so I think that there's really a lot to be said about this group being, like, unorganized, and how, I don't know, that could be something that's so interesting in, like, Cassian's character development, is, like, he's been very much like, I'm alone, I like working alone, and, like, he has stepped up in a lot of ways to be like, this, we need to organize. And I don't know, like, maybe not like in an obvious, like, hi everybody, like, let's work together, but in a way that is beginning to show his character development into who we know in Rogue One.
That's why I feel like you can really tell that, like, people of color really had an influence on this show for the first time, is because it's very much about the power of community and like organization, like you said. Like in like that, you know, in one of the first, I can't remember if it was first or second or third, when the community came together to warn like the cops are here, the banging, and then like to psychologically like freak them out. And like you saw like how that organization was like so like just community and organizing is so powerful.
Yes.
You can really tell through it. That's going to be Cassian's character arc clearly, and you could tell that it had like other, because like white Americans are so hyper individualistic. You can tell this is what diversity does for you. Like gets you really good writing, you know.
Get yourself some diversity, man.
Yeah.
Pep, so the quote of the axe forgets, right? It's the tree that remembers. Did that give you M. Bison vibes?
Yes, I was gonna say it after Shaylee was done. It was like for some people it was a Tuesday, and for others it was the rest of their life. You know, it's like that must have been the most important day of your life when that happened to you. But for me, it was a Tuesday, and that's what that quote is basically saying. It's like people remember when they are traumatized, and the person that did it is just like on to the next thing. You know.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting how they are disorganized, yet Dedra is seeing patterns of them organizing. It's kind of like they're going to meet in the middle at some point, but what is Dedra seeing that is showing signs of an organized rebellion? She's probably seeing, you know, some stuff here and there about like Mon Mothma moving some money around and stuff like that, but on Andor's side of things, they are very much ragtag, and they have no idea what they're doing. You know, he asks a simple question about a train car that they should know about, and they don't. Like the guy, Lieutenant Gorn, is there every day. They don't know these details. So it's very interesting about, like, you know, the two extremes are coming together slowly. I imagine it tasting and smelling like anise or licorice.
Oh.
What are we talking about? This Geimer stick?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think it's gonna go horribly wrong, and the one person that's there to pick up the pieces is Saw Gerrera, and that's how he inserts himself.
Good old Saw, always there to give a helping hand.
It's gonna go wrong, and Saw's gonna be like, Saw's gonna have a plan to blow up the thing or do something extreme, you know, as he does. And that's his introduction to Andor, and then that's when the episode is like, let's call it war. You know, that's his appearance, I guess.
Ooh, if they do one of those things where like it goes wrong, but then the thing still happens, and you're like, yeah, we sent two teams. No, I'm saying Nemec's going down. Cinta is going down.
No.
And so is the other guy who was shirtless at the beginning, rummaging through his stuff. But that guy is going to willingly sacrifice himself. Arvel, yes, he's going to.
I think
be like, I'm gonna be with my brother, and he's gonna be the most surprising person to sacrifice himself, and then Nemec is going to ask Andor, you know, even if he doesn't believe, at least read his manifesto. And I think that's going to be one of the beginning points of his journey. That's just my prediction.
Is it Taramin or Tamarin? The guy with the 60s stash. It's like, don't make me go there. Like when
Taramin, I think.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
No. I'm sorry you wrote it down because he's also dying.
Yeah, it's going.
Oh man, what a crazy show.
Yeah, I love it.
I love that Nemec is like, he's such an important for like idea. Like they were talking about how ideas are so important. Like he's just like the future of like what's gonna, like his ideas, and people like him. There are, after you win the rebellion or whatever, then like where do you go from there? You need people like him to like inspire and guide and set up new ideals and stuff. And Nimic is he's gonna have such an impact on their ideals, and he's definitely gonna die. But I love what he represents. Like, just rip. That's all I guess.
That sets up a really nice, from a certain point of view, where right after Return of the Jedi, Leia's reading a manifesto by Karis Nemic.
Oh,
Don't do that, man.
I have to do stuff like that, man.
the angst. It's real. All right, I'm gonna cosplay it.
All right,
Mark
you can
my
bitch
words.
it.
Mark my words.
All right. Is there any other final thoughts on Andor episode 5 before we get into our Pictionary wrap up segment? I think we've analyzed it to death.
Best show. Favorite show.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love Andor. So, if you are somehow in the chat not watching Andor, do it.
Yeah. Somehow. As a Force lore guy, as a lightsaber go burr guy, yes, Andor is one of the best Star Wars shows we've gotten in a long time. And I say that because some people would be some people are those people who are only in it for the burr and the lightsaber clashing, but there is some valuable story and valuable lessons in this show for you to consume and read.
You know, I've always said that the books are my favorite part of Star Wars because there's a lot of added depth, you know, beyond what you can consume in a 2-hour movie. This feels like one of those books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's
And
go.
we need to normalize shows that are just in the galaxy. Like I feel like some like in either in a high ground or in a dyad at some point we pitched like a sitcom in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my last pitch was just having Dexter Jetster in the British Bake Off.
Yes.
I mean, maybe
love
this is when I can plug my friend Camilla's podcast, Beings of the Galaxy, because
You
that
can.
is kind of like just, yeah, there it is.
Oh wow.
Beings of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and if you've ever wanted to hear me try to do a Southern accent, it happened on it. I don't
You'd be
know
proud,
how it
Shirley.
happened.
I'm sure it was great.
Yes. I'm sure you did an awesome job.
Yeah, his episode dropped last week with Vanessa. And I don't know when mine's dropping, but I do a transatlantic accent.
Yeah.
Like Gene Kelly, like, this is me doing a transatlantic accent,
Nailed it.
Yeah, shout out to Camilla and Beings of the Galaxy. Okay, if nobody has any final thoughts on Andor episode 5, any predictions for 6, we can move on to Pictionary, where we all can finally start drawing horribly and guessing even more horribly.
If I draw badly, it's because I switched to a different mouse, and it has nothing to do with my inability to create art.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The link is in the Discord thread.
Oh gosh, give me 1 second.
You've got plenty of time.
Oh god. Because I'm on my work computer. And so I'm having to email it to myself because I don't have Discord on my work computer. I definitely don't have
I could
Discord
also send
on my
the
work
link.
computer.
I can also send you links through whichever means that you have available to you.
No, it's okay. I sent it and I am opening my email as we speak. This is a high-tech experience.
It is.
Boom. I'm ready. All right.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, is it because I haven't?
Oh,
pressed
wait.
Yet? No.
Ooh, I get to pick a profile picture. Oh, who do I want to be?
All right, we'll wait until we start the game.
Shaylo, I love that your person is just the guy that.
I could have changed it.
Yeah.
Oh, rip. It's okay. I think it suits me.
I'm taking way too long doing this because I'm trying to pick something that like represents me and
Basically, you're trying to pick the most evil-looking character there.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, which is why I have picked. You'll see shortly.
Bum bum bum.
There we
Dramatic.
go. And it's not. What? It was just working. All right, I think I have to do this again. 1 second. Are you still picking your character? Nope. We got
Okay,
him.
confirm.
We got him. Let's
Perfect.
see.
Ooh,
All right, we
little
got it. Okay, let's start. And these are horrible
Alright.
choices, but
Yeah, 2 choices pop up, but you have to pick them really quickly because they will go away very soon. But
Okay,
yeah,
so you answer here.
yep.
Okay.
Type the answer in there.
So, is there a limit to how many times I can answer?
no.
Nope.
Oh, I think I know what it is. I don't know how to spell it.
Oh, wait, is it?
Apparently, I don't.
Does it tell
Oh.
people?
How do you hit enter? Oh, like that. I was late, but I knew it. No.
I like where everyone's heads at, but
Oh,
Oh, I was so confident. Are you serious?
mm.
Hey. It's very good.
Yeah.
thank you.
Wait,
This is not on your artistic skills.
It is. How else am I gonna?
Oh! I'm close. Okay.
I don't know what else to guess.
Mm, it's a certain type, and I'm mad. Okay.
Oh, is it the I can't remember what they're called. No, it's not what I think it is. I think I'm wrong.
Fudge.
I know what it is. I just can't think of it.
I can't remember what they're called.
The
Can I
dubstep
use
droid.
Google?
It is just an HK droid.
Ow!
Oh, well,
Partial points for Brandon.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. This is the-
Why
What?
yeah, that's what I meant by you have to pick really, really quickly.
Oh, you have to. This is BS. That's
One
fine.
second.
It's
Just
a
realized I don't
conspiracy.
have the correct scene here. Keep going. Yoink. You get to see this live, folks.
Gray Jedi.
Don't you ever.
Sorry. Oh, I typed too slow.
Is that
What is it?
what is it? He
What
says.
is it?
What? Oh, okay. With that many words, you gotta be super specific.
What?
You
got it?
Yep. Choco put
Oh,
the
geez.
hints. It's a very lengthy word.
I'm too.
That's as specific as I could be.
I don't know.
Uh,
Oh, I should have got that.
That's
I was gonna say double wielding.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
fudge.
outrageous. It's unfair.
Oh no! Wait, sorry.
You're doing great.
No. How do I zoom out? I'm having issues.
You have done that yourself.
No.
Wait, guys.
This is good. This is good.
I'm having issues. I need to zoom out, but it's not working.
Hold on, is that this?
It's an Ewok.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
I just saw a bunch of Tetras.
I don't
What
know.
happened?
Wait, we got no time.
Yeah, it looks like you dropped out. Can you rejoin? I don't think you were able to zoom out. Go
Oh,
ahead
no.
and hit the link again, and you can join back in.
Rip.
Yeah,
pick
we're all
something.
still relatively at 0 points. Meegs,
Yeah.
that is amazing, Courtney says.
I needed to zoom out.
The vision was good.
Ah, fudge. Okay, 1 sec.
Vic, are you drawn?
Yeah.
It's
Oh wait. Wrong color. Give me a second. Sorry.
it's
Okay, I'm back.
I don't know if it's. Oh wait.
perfect.
Oh, okay. You were drawing in like gray.
Yeah.
Oh,
How do you said oh like it's
I was close.
oh
Ooh,
Yeah. Okay.
nice. Wow, wow, wow. That was so fast.
oh
I also realized that I haven't updated this scene. 1 second.
You're close.
what do you mean? Oh, that was really good actually.
You know, I should have drawn a question mark.
Hello, the sister.
Oh, was that? Oh,
sorry.
no.
you're,
I was
that's just me.
fixing things. I was fixing things on stream. We did get some Grand Inquisitors
Oh
and
God,
Quizzies
okay.
in the chat.
I don't know.
Hey, it's because I was drawing so well.
if you don't know what it is, you can still try to make us say the word.
Yeah.
chat
I
is-
don't know how to draw this. Hold on.
Quick, open a Google.
Okay.
Open a Google.
Open a Google.
I apologize ahead of time.
Yeah. I think the scene is fixed.
An olive.
I was like, this is making me want to. If that's an olive, and that one like a
Sith choir.
upside down martini.
This is really good, y'all. You just don't get it.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know how to draw this. No, I don't know.
Oh,
Planet
got it.
Oh, you saw my vision.
where the is what?
You saw my vision. I think it's really good.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck!
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, okay. I see it. I see it.
I
It makes sense.
It was a very ambitious photo to, or like, just trying to draw.
I saw the mural with like the
Yeah.
circles and stuff.
I'm sorry we failed you.
It's okay. It's just so artistic.
Wait, this is so fun. What a good
Yeah.
game, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
It's a rock.
Is it? Oh, it's not.
No, damn it.
Is it?
Victoria, we're on the same wavelength.
Oh,
Okay, never mind.
Oh, I thought it was Geodude.
Geodude.
There's like so much effort in the helmet, and then suddenly it drops off.
Whoa, baby!
Did I misspell it? Wow, it's a miracle. Oh, it's a little. This
Please,
is very
please note
good.
that I put
Not that.
love of my life.
Yeah, good answer.
It took me like 87 times to spell it correctly.
Wonderful job, y'all.
no. Oh no. Okay.
Olive?
Fudge. Fudge. Okay, hold on. I got this.
Tatooine.
Let me just do a quick Google search. I need
Malarone fruit.
Okay.
It's the.
Oop.
Oh.
We got this.
Oh!
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. This art is the pièce de résistance.
I'm trying to think of what is.
Oh, it's close.
I like this.
I keep getting it close. I can't spell it. Oh yeah, I definitely spelled it wrong. I didn't get close.
I know, I wish it would tell you, like, if you were like, oh god, I don't even know what both of these things are. Give me a second.
We need some
I believe in
inspo.
you.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Okay. We're working on it, people, I'm sorry.
You got this. You
It's
got
fine.
this.
You've still got lots of time.
Potato.
You
I'm looking
started
back.
out with a potato.
Ooh.
Oh.
Don't say oh like you got it.
Yellow and red. I feel like that was intentional. Yes.
Yeah.
What's the symbolism here?
Hmm.
Got some bracelets.
Who's yellow and red? Yellow and red.
Brandon, hi. Okay.
What?
The Muffin Man?
Oh, I'm dumb. I do not know.
I didn't even know who it was, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Maybe
And
once
then
I,
was
bet
like,
once I see the name, I'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, fudge.
Now I see the red suit.
Yep.
I'm sorry!
It
was
it
bad.
good.
Let's see if I can draw this.
Ooh. Whoa, how'd you get such perfect circles?
Oh, there's a circle tool.
He did it like in SpongeBob where he draws the whole portrait and then erases it.
What is going on?
Oh, is this
Is that the Grim Reaper?
I can't remember
What is?
the. Oh
That's
god.
like the little head that Kratos like brings around. Oh.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
No, that's the sound it's making. Oh.
that was very good art.
Thank you.
Yeah, way to go.
That was amazing.
Like in the chat, we have just sand guy.
Oh god. Okay. Okay.
Let's go, Shaylee. Let's go.
Sad man. Anakin.
Okay. What's got? Is it?
Oh.
And then these were in robes. And these are robes. And then there's.
Oh my god.
And then there's. This is impossible.
It looks great. I can see it in mid stride.
Okay.
Oh, freaking! What's his name? Ah!
Blink.
I like the guesses. Palpatine, you are beaten. Dooku, Anakin, no. It's like people saying dialogue instead. Is it a dialogue? Oh!
No.
Oh my gosh! I got it!
Surprise, Shorty.
I can't believe that.
Oh, that's so good.
No idea.
Shoddy.
Yeah,
He must stand trial. Why is that in there?
I think that was.
that was amazing.
That was so good.
Honestly, look at my
I think
previous
surprise
guesses.
Shoddy is the best answer, though.
My previous guess was I need him alive. So I was going through the dial. Everyone was on the right
I
track.
know. I was like trying so hard, but I just could not.
But
Remain
now that I
serious.
know that was an amazing work of art.
Yeah, it really was.
You drew that
Yeah.
scene. Like
It was like a
literally.
Renaissance painting of that scene.
Yeah. Great mouth. I love it.
Melancholy.
It's like casually explained art. Right here.
Oh.
Who's got red hair?
This very self-expressive and dyes her hair.
I literally can't think of a single character. Oh no.
I'm still here, game.
I don't even know what else to put. Look at making like a scarf.
Yeah!
Oh my god, how on earth? The little Oh,
With the person that usually this person is seen with.
Maybe I'm dumb.
I can't.
Do I
Maybe
not
that's
know?
the problem.
With some wedding rings.
I don't
Oh
Mary Jane!
no!
I should have known. I gotta let
That's the only redhead I know of.
Red hair, purple lightsaber, beige scarf.
My
Oh.
mind is in canon all the time.
Yeah. I would not have guessed it any.
Chris
either
said
way.
Mara Jade Skywalker.
That was a very good Marjade.
Mhm.
Okay. Here we go. Oh fudge! I used white.
That's what I did too.
This is supposed to be like white, okay? We're gonna use our imagination.
Okay,
let's
so
see
that's a
here.
white
Who
hair.
has white hair?
Ish.
Ooh.
White-ish. Fudge.
Itachi.
She's got a cool. Oops, I gave a gender.
Hold
Or
on.
some pronouns, I should say. Like a funky gold thing, and
That was excellent.
I don't know what else.
Oh, it's really well done. Yeah.
Thanks. I'm trying.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what else.
Don't be sorry. They're gonna see how good it is once
Wait.
it's finished.
Yeah, once it'll
Green
click.
fire.
Oh.
Oh, that is good. Yeah, Marin, that's good.
I think, yeah, it was the green fire.
I should have done that first. I didn't know how to do her
That's actually
hair.
really good, Cal says.
No, it was good.
Everyone in chat's like, "Oh yeah, Marin, definitely Marin."
Thanks, y'all. Ooh.
Bluebird.
Frosty the Snowman.
This is a really good bluebird.
Oh, I know. Fudge! Who's good?
Oh,
How on earth? Oh wait, is it? I can't remember.
Yes.
What is this?
I don't know what
What a little dice.
credits. We'll do fine. No. Whoa.
The chat's gonna be screaming at me. Where is this going? What else?
I was gonna write now. This is
That was really
Potters.
good.
Oh, yes.
Oh, now I should have got it. It was beautiful.
Oh no, is this gonna be the end? It's not gonna be the end because you guys are gonna guess this.
Whoa.
Black hole.
Stop.
Oh, I think
That's it.
that was good.
An olive.
Yeah.
I was gonna
That's
type
no moon.
Mace Windu for the comedy.
Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. I'm screwed.
You got it.
I don't know how to draw this.
Just do your best.
Okay. There's no way. Oh, okay. Don't
That
let the
face
grimace
says to
lead
me,
you.
I am not amused.
Deal.
No, this is not good. Or it's too good.
Who wears black? Oh.
There's not a good purple. There's no way. Okay, hold on. No one's gonna get this. I don't know what identifiers to give. Wait, I should have done. Y'all are gonna yell at me when you see what the answer is.
I literally do not know.
What was it?
It was Darth Bane.
Ow.
I should have guessed it.
But I had no idea what identifiers to give him.
I don't know if you remember how his helmet looks in Clone Wars.
No.
No, you saying that makes me know who it was. Oh, okay. How? Oh my god, I'm so bad at drawing perspective.
You got it. All we can do is try.
It's already bad.
It's
No, it's good,
just
it's
a
good.
circle.
You know what?
It's a close-up circle.
Here's how we'll do it. Okay.
Got some rocks.
Oops. Oh.
Got the tree. We got broccoli.
Of light.
Chef's hat.
Water.
This is so bad. I don't even know how to draw this from top
Can't
down.
financially recover from this.
No. Yeah, this is
Moisture farming is a good guess.
yeah.
What
Don't
was
worry
it?
about it. I
Wait, I gotta know.
call Mark.
Paparazzi.
It was supposed to be the ghost.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh, fudge. What was I thinking? Why did I choose? Okay.
It's a jackal.
I mean...
It's good.
Wait, I would have gotten it close. What is that?
It's got fangs.
Oops. Fudge. I don't know what reference to put.
Oh.
Oh, I don't remember what those were called. I don't remember what those are called.
I just don't remember how to spell it.
Yeah.
Oop, that one over there is John.
I'll give it to you guys if you know what it is. It's an Orback.
Really good drawing.
I wouldn't have guessed it.
I cheated and went to Google.
As you should. Use
I'm
your
a villain.
resources.
No,
Use your
see,
resources.
the game is to guess the picture, not to know what it is. Like, you can look it up if you have a
as
guess.
long as you knew the reference.
Chat's doing pretty good with all of these so far.
Way to go, chat. You rock.
Okay.
Everyone looks
Guess
so
women.
bemused.
Whoever it is disinterested.
Can I go on with my day? Says this person. Isn't that who's Tina Tucker?
At the beginning, it looked like Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh.
Full Metal Alchemist.
We got
Am I
some
guessing?
Holdos, Bo-Katans, and Kafkas. Interesting.
Driving a speeder?
Mm-hmm.
Who drives a speeder?
Who drives a speeder and is totally bored out of their mind?
I was thinking it was Cara Dune because that's what she looks like when she's acting.
That is
Rip.
true. Who was that?
Drash from.
Oh.
Yeah, there was no way I was gonna guess that.
I'm so sorry.
No, not from your picture.
No, because
I
that's
just
a
wouldn't-
hard
I
prompt.
just wouldn't guess that.
I didn't even know because I haven't finished my Wofet, so.
What?
Upside down fallopian tubes.
That's what I was
Oh my God.
thinking.
Is this a object or a person?
Meeks? Did you
We
try
lost
that?
to Meegs.
Fudge. Why?
Oh my God! It took a while.
What's this guy?
Oh my goodness. What's his name again?
Oh, am I just
Oh.
spelling it wrong? I'm close though.
It's the other one. Give a hint.
I have no clue.
Oh, is it from the comics? No,
No, he's on the council.
I don't remember.
So we have Robert Coleman
Never mind.
and Jack Coleman.
Ah.
It was Coleman Cadge.
Yeah.
But Trevor and Cadge are just Robert and Jack.
Oh my. How am I?
Oh my
How
god.
am I gonna? Oh! I know. Okay. I gotta hurry though. Oh wait, he's gonna.
Good job, chat. Young guest and Hammerhead. It's close enough. Oh.
Uma.
Yeah.
Do you see my vision?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about.
Oh fudge. What is that guy's name?
It took me a while to figure out that wasn't a stick. He was just waving at him.
How do you articulate the weapon I'm speaking of? Maybe it has this kind of hilt.
What did I put the score threshold on? Oh, okay.
It's my Gideon.
Oh fudge. Couldn't remember his name.
Okay, well that's the end of the game. We didn't really play this to get a winner. It was just a little, some fun to be had.
Yeah, you say that as you won.
No, I mean, listen.
No big deal, guys.
As I do, you know. My trivia belt is up there that I took from Choco at Celebration.
Yeah, for now.
I'm gonna steal the trivia.
For now,
belt.
for now.
For now, sure.
Revenge arc time.
Yeah.
Okay, so that about wraps up Dyad in the Forest. We went a little bit over just because we are playing host to some of the best people on the internet, quite frankly speaking. Thank you guys so much for being on, Shaylee, Meegs, and Victoria. If you guys have any final thoughts or any kind of plugs you want to plug, go right ahead. We'll start with Shaylee this time. Socials or any other final thoughts?
My final thoughts are stan Andor for clear skin and follow me on Twitter, Shaylo_Ren. That's it.
Right on. And Meeks.
My last thought is I'm incredibly grateful for all of you and this community for providing just great commentary and theorizing and memes and just some positivity to the fandom. And you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, I suppose, but mostly just TikTok, fangirlmeegs.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Vic.
Yay! I said this at the beginning of the episode, but I feel that even more strongly now that this has been like coming home. I miss y'all with like every fiber of my soul. And so being back in this space and getting to engage in such meaningful, awesome conversation. Yes, we're talking about a fictional world, but we're also talking about how fictional worlds impact our ability to foster empathy and become better humans outside of this. And that's what we're all doing. And I appreciate this space so much. And I have been honored since the first time I was able to appear on High Ground and Dyad, that getting to share space with y'all is just really, really incredible. And so I'm honored today to be here and to be here with such an incredible group of people. I am on social medias. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as itsvictoriayall, on Twitter as Rosu Colored, and Patreon is itsvictoriayall as well. That's it. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for anyone that's interesting, I dropped the Patreon link for Victoria into the chat, just in case.
Just for anybody that's interesting.
Yeah.
For anybody that's interesting.
Yeah.
So if you don't subscribe, you're uninteresting.
Not
Vic, that is likewise. This is your home, and we are your family. Everyone here is family. And you know, it made me so happy that all three.
We don't
of you,
got guests.
We got family.
We got family.
Yeah.
It made me extremely, extremely happy that all three of you could make it on this day. It really wasn't planned, but
I smell profit.
Insun Epic Super shattered a $9.99 ramen drop. Learning to have fun and learning. Hungry face.
I love how I said hungry face at the end of that. Thank you, Insane Epic, for the additional $10 ramen drop. Your support is appreciated. It really wasn't planned. Like I had planned one of these days for like someone, an OG, someone from one of the first episodes of Dyad to come back, because this whole year has been a year of trying to get new faces on. But I wanted someone back that I recognized, and I reached out to you guys hoping to get one, and y'all said yes. And then I was like, oh, we got all of them. And then you know, during our watch party, when I announced the guest list for this episode, Choco was like elated.
You didn't know?
He knew
I
about
didn't.
Vic, but I think I got the answer from Shaylee later. I think it was on Monday or somewhere around there.
I work really late, so it was like later in the evening of like the next day or something.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Shaylee's out being a boss. I don't want to bother her, so like I'm like, I shouldn't.
oh man, but it makes me happy that you guys are part of this community, and that you're here today. And again, open invite to the cookout on Dyad's 100th episode if you're in LA for any reason. We're just gonna be eating food, hanging out, and live streaming. It's not gonna be an episode of Dyad like this, but we're just gonna hit the live stream button and just do an IRL, sort of eat with everybody and just hang out. But with that said, Choco, do you have any final thoughts?
No, just love having you guys on. Y'all, you know, just like Chris says in the chat, these three embody for light and life. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for being a friend. This week on High Ground, we're going to have some members from Around the Galaxy podcast coming on. We're also gonna have Sunflower Stardust on. Larissa's always amazing and forever changed my views of Rogue One, so I'm happy to get her back on. And another person to be announced because they've been really non-committal. But yeah, you know, High Ground Podcast Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. We would be honored if you would join us.
Awesome. And I feel like this needs to be done because we haven't done it this episode, and this is a gag that needs to keep on going.
Cassian Andor.
No matter what, if you're trying to sell this show, tell them Cassian Andor, right? That's all that.
Cassian
All else
Andor.
fails.
It's really good.
And I haven't done this in a while, but I don't need to do it because we haven't been hearing it for a while. But I like to do this whenever someone brings up the name.
I don't want to hear any more about Obi-Wan.
Damn, okay.
But with that said, that is the end of the episode. I'd like to give a shout out to our our good friends over at Fulcrum Transmissions, Sage Sandula. Their podcast is every Monday. Follow them at Fulcrum Pod on Twitter and TikTok. Pod Wants Podcast live on Thursdays, 5:30 Pacific. They're doing a whole bunch of reactions to every show that's out. I don't know how they're doing it, but good friends Luke, Char, and Harith. Go check them out. House of Holocrons every Friday at 5 p.m. Central. YouTube.com/download. Kessel Run Relay every Monday. That's Emily, Liv, and Hayden. And as Meegs pointed out earlier, Beings of the Galaxy, a Star Wars narrative podcast. Follow them on Twitter at Beings Podcast. Or Beings _. It's the _ gang. And then we have Sith Faced, which is our friends Brooke and Alanis and V, right?
Mm-hmm.
Largely. We made, some of one of their students kind of got wind of certain things, so we'll see how certain things play out. But an amazing group of people nonetheless. Definitely give them a listen and get Sith Faced with them.
And then some newcomers to the pack. More of Us podcast, starring Young and JComic7 or Jamal. Tuesdays, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. TikTok, Lothal Youngling and JComic7. Go check them out. Woo! Okay. The promo segment is getting heavy. We're getting a lot of people, a lot of creators and podcasts. I'm still waiting for a lot of people to give me their graphics. And then also we have Cal, who's streaming just after Dyad in the 4th. I think he's streaming right now.
And it's a Squad Up Saturday, so if you're interested in playing with them, join the stream. I think there is a spooky update to Duck Duck Goose. So yeah, check it out.
And there's Cal right there. Yep, we'll be going live in a bit. And then, of course, our Dyad members who are directly helping Choco. Dyad Squadron members, thank you so much for being a part of this family and for supporting this show. It is highly appreciated and we love you. Welcome to Clown Baby for being here on the wrap-up, but we hope to see you again next week. But that is the end. On to the next one.
For Light and for Life,
we're all the Republic.
And Cassie and Andor.
Cassie and Andor.
May the Force be with you.
Andor.